Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and what you're looking at right in front of you is my Carolina Flyer. This is my Pentium 3 Windows 98 custom-built system. I originally built this computer back in August of 2017, so it's almost 2 years old now, but since then it has gone through quite a few upgrades. It's gone from different motherboards, different processors, different video cards, sound cards, stuff like that. And now it's going to go through another major upgrade. I'm looking to build a Socket 7 computer at some point, and I'm needing a case for it, and I feel that a good case for a Socket 7 system would be something quite like this. They don't make these anymore. You can't find them anywhere anymore. I forget the exact model, but this is made by Open. There's the logo right there. This is the case that I bought new back in 2017. Of course, this case was manufactured back in the 2000s, but it was a new old stock case that I got. So I've also been kind of wanting to move the Carolina Flyer into a sleeker black case, and I figured now the time was right to do that. So in this video we're going to be moving the Carolina Flyer from this beige case over to this brand new black case. This case is a Super Case Vortex 36 series. They've been making these for about 10 years now. This was about $40 on Newegg. And I know that my decision to move a Windows 98 system into a black case will probably be very controversial, but the thing is about this case, what I like about it is it's black, but it doesn't look too overly modern. I would never put a Windows 98 system in an extremely modern, sleek, RGB style case with a clear side panel. That's just not for me for a system like this. So this is going to give the Carolina Flyer a classy look, but not too outlandish, which is what I like about it. So we'll go ahead and take the camera off the tripod so you can get a closer look at it. Right, here it is. I haven't peeled the plastic off of it yet. I figured we could do that together on camera. But you get 3 5 1/4 inch bays, 2 3.5 inch bays. Of course, these are the external bays. You get 4 USB 2.0 connectors. I have a feeling I'll probably only be able to use 2 of these, considering the motherboard I have. You get headphone and microphone. Probably won't be able to use these again. And eSATA, definitely won't be able to use that. And you get your power and hard drive LEDs. There's power. No, that's reset, that's power. And here's the left side of it. Again, no clear plastic panel, which is good for a computer like this. And here's the back. What I like about this is the power supply mounts on the top, like an old-fashioned computer. And you get a little case fan right there. And there's your expansion slots. This is a regular ATX style case. Here's the right side. And we're back at the front. And these are some new components that have never been in the system before that we're going to add. Obviously, putting a beige optical drive and a beige floppy drive in this case is going to look stupid, so thankfully I had these on hand. We got a black floppy drive and a black DVD-RW drive, which is IDE. I actually stole this out of the Dimension 2350 since I'm not using it at the moment. Eventually I'll get a more era-appropriate drive for the system, but for now this will do just fine. And what I'm really excited about, this Sound Blaster Audigy EAX HD sound card from, I believe, around 2001. Now the reason I got this is because my good friend here on YouTube, the Flying Scotsman, recently put together a Pentium 2 system with this sound card. And we were on Mumble together the other night, and he was testing this out. We were not expecting this sound card, as modern as it is, to have good DOS compatibility But let me tell you right now, he loaded up Skyroad's Christmas special on here and Duke Nukem 2, and the sound sounded amazing. The MIDI sounded just like it would on an old-fashioned ISA Sound Blaster 16. Both of us were genuinely surprised. And I decided right then and there, I gotta get one of these for the Carolina Flyers. So, bought this on eBay last week for $15. Haven't used it yet, still in the static bag, anti-static bag. So looking forward to trying that out in this system. So let's go ahead and peel the plastic off. This will be satisfying to do. There we go. Pretty glossy right there. It'll probably attract fingerprints, but oh well. Now this probably isn't the best built case in the world, but for a system that's going to be running a Pentium 3, it's really not going to matter that much. So, and another thing I like about this that makes it more appropriate for a system of this era, no crazy LEDs all over the system, so big plus there. So, I guess the first thing we need to do is start taking parts out of this system. I'm going to leave the optical drive, the floppy drive, and the zip drive in here for the future Socket 7 build, which I hope will happen soon. I thought I had a black zip drive somewhere. I know I got one, but I don't know where I put it, so we'll forego the zip drive for now until I can find it. So let's go ahead and start taking the parts out of the system. I need to get the motherboard, which has the CPU and RAM on it, and I also need to take out the hard drive and the power supply and the video card and the Ethernet card. So quite a bit to take out here. So let's proceed. Okay, everything's been removed from the old case. This is the motherboard we're using. I got this last year as a birthday present for myself. I forget the exact model. Oh, there it is. It's a Intel D815EEA motherboard, socket 370. It's been working pretty well for me after almost a year. Only real issue is that the fan that I bought for it, the CPU fan, just is very, very loud and just runs at full power non-stop. So I don't think it's the BIOS or the board or anything doing it. I think it's just the fan, so I might look into getting a better one. Anyway, everything else on this board is good. I even got a I/O shield for it. Has places for everything except for the Ethernet, which is blocked by this, so I'm having to use an Ethernet card there, but no big deal, I guess. And we got 256 megs of RAM and a 866 megahertz Pentium 3. Right here is the network card we're using. Video card, a NVIDIA GeForce 4 MX. Runs everything beautifully on this computer. Got a 80 gigabyte Seagate hard drive. And a power supply from Open. I think it came with the old case. I think it's about 250 watts, I want to say. So anyway, yeah, we should be good to go. Was using this sound card, which worked pretty well, especially with DOS, but the Audigy card will be a lot nicer. Alright, let's go ahead and crack this case open. I can maybe do this on camera. Uses thumb screws, which is nice. First time opening this. That one's in there a little too tight. Okay, so we got some instructions right there. There's all our front panel connectors with some hardware, it looks like. Untether this. So little bits and pieces there. Looks like we even got a PC squeaker, but there's already one on the motherboard there, so won't be needing that. Yeah, it looks pretty good inside. Probably take the other side off as well. So let's go ahead and start putting our system together. Just want to show what I've done so far. Not much, really. I've screwed the power supply in. Too bad the color doesn't match, but it's in the back, so no one's going to care. And the I/O shield is in place. So let's continue, shall we? Alright, motherboard is screwed in nice and tight. Now for my favorite part. Not really. Front panel connectors, yay! Okay, I got the front panel connectors connected properly, I hope. Got the fans connected as well, and we got power going to the motherboard. Now what we need to do is we need to add the drives and add the expansion cards. So let's go ahead and do that. First thing, let's take some of these blanks out. Figure this out here. I should read the manual, but I'm a man. I don't read manuals. Okay, I guess this cover comes off. Oh, that would have been bad. So, let's do this. Alright, there's some tabs on the back holding it in place, so we'll just do it like so. Okay, now we have a spot for the optical drive, and now the floppy drive. We'll just do the same thing. Here we go. And pop this back on. Hopefully this isn't too bad of an angle for you guys. My apologies if it is. Alright, there we go. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Everything looks complete to me. Probably should hook it up to that test bench if I can make room over there. Here's the front. Not too bad looking. Of course, I'll probably tie these off here. This cable's I'm not using. And here's the back. Not bad. Had to use a different Ethernet card because for some reason this card was making the metal here bow out a little bit. Not sure what was up with that, but anyway, let's hook it up and see what it does. Alright, here's the big test. Let's see if the power button works at least. Okay, looks like the power LED is not connected properly. I didn't know it was going to have a blue color fan there. Kind of disappointed in that, but maybe I can replace it with one that looks less obnoxious. And it looks like the hard drive LED is not functioning either. I don't know why I'm so bad with front panel connectors, why I can't ever get them right. Okay, there's the desktop. I shouldn't do this while Windows is starting, but let's see if the reset switch works, and it does. Let's just go to the BIOS for now to keep it somewhere more stable. There we go. And I'm going to fiddle with these connections and see if I can make it work. Well, first let's see if the optical drive opens. And it does. Okay, let's see if I can fix that LED. Okay, power LED is working, and the best way, in my opinion, to tell if the hard drive LED is working, at least on a system running something DOS-based, just do a dir command. And there you go. Got a working power LED. So, let me put this side panel back on and hook it up in its regular home. Okay, got it hooked up in its regular home. Had a little trouble with the network card. Windows was not detecting it at all, but I was getting LEDs on the card. So what I had to do was just open the computer back up and push the network card in a little bit further, and it works now. Which is good because I need it to access my Windows 2000 domain, which has the software for this Sound Blaster Audigy card. Actually, I just remembered, first thing I should probably do is uninstall the software for the old sound card if there are any. Okay, here it is, the Yamaha driver. So we'll take that out. Anyone remember the uninstall shield? Okay, so that's good to go now, so we can set up the Audigy card. Normally there's a cool sound that plays right there, but obviously the driver's not installed yet, so nothing to hear. Okay. So we'll install Sound Blaster Audigy. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Acrobat Reader, User's Guide, Speaker Upgrade, and European Technical Support. Okay, that has nothing I want. That's odd. Doesn't want to install anything. Is there a, let's just go in here, English, setup. Sometimes we have to go straight to the source to get done what you want to get done. I don't want to register. Okay, here we go. I think we're getting somewhere now. Custom creative taskbar, play center. I remember a lot of this software coming with my dad's Sound Blaster Audigy sound card that he used on his Dell Inspiron 2650. That was a USB card that he needed in order to have 5.1 surround sound on that laptop. Okay, VXD drivers, Jay said the VXD drivers work a lot better, so we'll go with that. We have 2 speakers, don't want to use digital output, and here we go. I would have loved to have had one of these cards in my Dell Dimension 2350 back in the day. It never happened. Alright, it's picking up the drivers now, and it's almost done with the software installation, which is still going in the background there. PCI input controller, which is the Audigy game port, which is actually on a little external connector. I need to find one of those so I can use a gamepad on here. Creative joystick emulation. But we're almost there. Alright, we're at 100%. I thought it froze for a minute or so, but apparently everything was okay. Use Creative Play Center as the default player for... Don't want it to be the default player for any of those. So no thank you. I'll stick with my Windows Media Player and Winamp. And if I'm feeling kind of weird, Real Player. Okay, time to restart. I think there was a separate program for the DOS drivers, so I'll take care of that momentarily. Alright. Just about done. There's the infamous Windows 98 drums doing its thing. Don't know why those have always amused me so much. Also seen in Windows Millennium Edition sometimes. Now, are we going to get sound? If we don't, it's probably because I have it connected to the wrong connector. Yeah, no sound. I guess I need to fiddle with the speaker connection. Probably have it plugged in the wrong way. Or it could be because the speakers were turned all the way down. Always more simple than it looks, isn't it? Okay, let's just restart so we can hear that startup sound. There we go. There we go. That sound brings back a lot of memories of my dad's old Sound Blaster Audigy card. But as we can probably hear, it works. Computer takes a little bit of time to boot up. I did have a I was running this off of a SD card at one time, this very computer, but the SD card itself I was using had some issues, so Windows was acting kind of at times, so I had to switch over to a regular hard drive. And That looks like it could be very annoying. So let's check out our device manager. There's the Firewire connector that's on the back of the sound card. And there's the Audigy and all its Audigy goodness. So let's give it the traditional canyon test. Oh, that's some good canyon. Yeah, sounded good to me. Just check the control panel, see if there's anything we can mess with there. Get two types of, several types of MIDI there, which is kind of interesting. Now let's see if we can install the DOS goodies, and for some reason it's not connected to the domain. Why is that? Okay, there's a folder here called DOS DRV. Let's see what's in here. There's a setup program. Yeah, we'll restart. Okay, you can see some info there. Apparently it's not working for some reason. Of course, that might just be a first boot kind of deal. Okay, it's picking up a driver right there. Must be, yep, SB16 emulation. Now, I would get the same kind of SB16 emulation on other creative cards of the time, like the Sound Blaster 128. Thank you. And the Sound Blaster Live 5.1 cards, that family. But the DOS MIDI sounded absolutely horrible. Would not recommend that, but apparently on the Audigy cards it sounds absolutely perfect. So right now I just want to start off kind of simple with a DOS game through Windows. Boy, that Audigy loads all kinds of stuff. So let's try the old standby Sky Roads Christmas special. That sounds perfect. Okay, maybe not exactly perfect, but considering how new this card is, it sounds extremely accurate. Okay, it's set to the keyboard, that's what we want. Yeah, that sounds great to me. Well, I'm one over. Now, it does sound a little bit different from an actual Sound Blaster ISA card, but compared to the 128 and the 5.1 cards from this same era, it sounds a million times more accurate. So, I forgot to check the start menu. Not sure what surround, yeah, just a mixer there. Let's sort by name, there we go. That is really going to get annoying. That little program. Let's try another DOS game. How about Jill the Jungle? Sounds good. Yes, that sounds great. That sounds absolutely great. Now, the thing is, I don't play that many DOS games on this computer. I've got other computers more DOS friendly than this, but I like having the ability to play DOS games on this computer when I'm in the mood. And I want DOS to sound like it's supposed to. So, let's see what this quick start thing is. Sounds like jazz music that office professionals use to listen to in the early 2000s. If that makes sense to you. That looks just like the speakers my dad had on his Audigy. In fact, he still has those speakers. So yeah, sound card upgrade, a success, and the case upgrade is also a success. I do want to get a different fan to put here because I'm not too big a fan of having a blue LED on the front case fan on this computer, considering the aesthetic I'm going for. But still though, I'm very happy with this case. And there went the tripod. Okay, I guess that tripod falling down is probably a way of telling me that it's probably time to wrap this video up. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you join me for the next one. Until then, this is Billy Core, signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also support me on Patreon if you would like. The link to all of these are down below. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.